Joey to break down, or not break down the whole slate on for college football, but to give you their best bets on what to play this college football weekend. These guys are some great handicappers here. I've known them for a couple of years now, and I really respect what they do. Uh, we're gonna make this short and sweet, mate. They just give you what the plays, what they think, get in, get out, and let's go. So, hey, Joe, I'll start with you. What's your first play for this weekend that you like?
Yeah, so I really like Notre Dame to cover the 6 point spread on the road against Louisville here. Louisville, they might be 5-0 straight up. However, their level of play and their schedule has not been anywhere near Notre Dame's. Notre Dame is coming into this one averaging roughly 36.5 points per game and have only given up an average of 13 points per game so far this season. They held both Duke and Ohio State, both really good ranked teams, to just 2 touchdowns. In addition to that, they're also ranked 24 in passing yards allowed per game. Louisville really relies heavily on their passing game, which can haunt them in this game because Notre Dame has forced 2 or more turnovers in half of their games played this season. In addition to that, Louisville comes into this one with a turnover at least one time in 4 of their last 5 games this season, and they had a staggering 3 turnovers in their game against NC State, where they survived by just 3 points. I really think their turnover tendency will exploit their offense, and giving the ball to Notre Dame, especially off the turnovers, can really be costly here. Notre Dame comes into this 17-6 against the spread, following 2 straight non-conference games over the last 3 seasons, and Louisville is 11-15-1 against the spread as a dog since 2019. Lay the points at Notre Dame. I think they cover this and more.
All right. Well, maybe you've talked me off the Louisville side. I'm not sure.
I kind of like Louisville too, but
I'm not sure, man.
I won't have any action.
I'm just not sure. I mean, I'm not sold on this Notre Dame team. They
Listen,
got.
I think the way they came back, winning against Duke on
I
the
think they
road
got
after
lucky.
that Ohio State game, I
I
don't
think
know,
they
man.
got lucky, to be honest. But hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I
Absolutely.
so hey,
Yeah,
that's
wish we
that's
would have
what
got lucky.
that's
That's
what
how
it
I
took.
felt with Penn State
Mhm.
against Northwestern. So better to be lucky than right sometimes.
Exactly. Hey, I had Iowa. I had Iowa against my boys from Michigan State. I would say I got lucky. Hey, lucky cashes. That's all I got to say. All right, Rye. Uh, I know you got a Big Ten game here. Why'd you start with that one?
Yeah, we could start with that. I like Ohio State here. They have won the last 8, covering 5 of those against Maryland. A little bit about Maryland. They have lost by an average of 52 points per game in its last 3 trips to Ohio Stadium. So they don't have too much good history there. Is Maryland a better team than the recent ones? Yes, they are. Is Tulane a good QB? Yes, he is. Has Maryland seen a team like Ohio State? Absolutely not. The Buckeyes have arguably the best defense in the nation. They only give up 8.5 points per game. Uh, they're really tough against the pass. This season, they're allowing just 149 yards per game in the air. So we saw how good this pass defense can be a couple weeks ago against Sam Hartman. I think the Buckeyes will bottle up the Terrapin's receivers. They're going to put pressure on Tagovailoa. I don't really know if Maryland's defense is good. They haven't played anyone. The list of their teams they played are Towson, Charlotte, Virginia, Michigan State, and Indiana. Neither of them teams are really great. Ohio State is great at the running team. Maryland isn't strong at stopping the run. I think McCord plays well and he'll play action. He has plenty of weapons with Marvin Harrison Jr. being one of the best receivers in college football. Uh, I think Maryland gets exposed here. Ohio State is 8-2 straight up, 6-4 ATS after a bye under Day. Maryland's 1-7 straight up, 2-6 ATS as an underdog of 10.5 to 21 points under Mike Locksley. I think there's a talent mismatch here with Ohio State. So I'm going to see that Maryland gets exposed. They're not as good as people think they are. And Ohio State wins this one pretty comfortably.
All right, all right. Yeah, I'll share the conversation about Big Ten defenses ranked in the top of the nation. We'll save that for later in the year. That's always been one of my huge things that bother me when people spout those things. But we'll save it till later because right now it's not really relevant. It will be at the end of the year. But Joey, go ahead. What's your next play here?
My next play is going to be North Texas +6. I like them to cover this spread on the road against Navy. Offensively, North Texas is pretty explosive. They're averaging roughly 36 points per game. And one thing I really like about them is they're converting on third down at almost 40%. I think that's a really high number that can really help them cover this spread. Navy offensively is averaging less than 21 points per game. And again, they're only converting on third downs at 33%. I think those two numbers on third down will really make a difference in this game. No denying that North Texas struggles to stop teams from getting in the end zone. They are allowing an average of 43 points per game. However, Navy just doesn't score. They haven't scored more than 24 points in a single game this season. Navy's defense is just too vulnerable for this explosive offense. Teams have scored 28 plus on Navy in three of their 4 games this season, and I see North Texas blowing over that number. North Texas is 11-7 against the spread on the road since 2020, and Navy is 2-6 against the spread as a favorite, and 7-11 against the spread at home since 2020. Give me North Texas with the 6 points here.
All right, I got nothing to say about that one.
Me neither.
so hey, there you go. Now here we go. You know what? I know these two teams are moving the SEC, and to be honest, if I knew it was going to be the last, and I'm old school. If I knew it was the last River Shootout, I probably would have drove down to see this game this Saturday. I'm really intrigued about this one. Ryan, you got Texas, Oklahoma, Red River rivalry. I'm interested in why you're going with this team.
Yeah, so the number 3 Longhorns against the number 12 Sooners. We are a Cotton Bowl at the State Fair of Texas, so this is a pretty electric atmosphere here. So as we know, Oklahoma lost this game 49-0 last year. Texas has a big win early, already knocking off Alabama. They actually have 2 victories against ranked teams this season, beating Kansas last week. Oklahoma really hasn't been tested. I guess we'll see how they do. Matchup-wise, Oklahoma's offense is number 1 going up against the number 4 Texas defense. Texas offense, number 12 going up against the number 5 defensive unit of the Sooners. Longhorns, I just feel, are the more physical defense. Texas O-line is phenomenal. Viewers should be able to get comfortable. See, the Sooners won't do much on the ground, so they'll have to go a lot to Gabriel, who will have to throw a lot. He could get in trouble, throw some interceptions. I also think coaching is key here, too. I think Sarkisian's the better coach. I think he's going to have his team ready to play. Texas is 5-1 ATS in its last 6 versus Big 12. The Sooners are 3-8 ATS in last 11 versus Texas. And the Longhorns are 6-1 straight up in its last 7 as a favorite. So I like Texas to cover this number. I think they win by double digits.
Yeah. So you got any thoughts on this game? I know it's a big game this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm with Rye on this one. I think Oklahoma really hasn't really played anyone like Rye stated, and only winning 20-6 against Cincinnati. I don't know, man. That really worries me, especially with how good this Texas team is. I've been a firm believer in saying Texas is not back. However, I've been proven wrong so far, and I'm with Rye. I think Texas wins by double digits here.
See, I agree with you guys. I like Texas. The only thing I would disagree with Rye on somewhat is Sarkisian is the better coach because he really hasn't proved that he's a good coach any place he's been. But hey, no, I'm just saying he hasn't. But now he's got the studs. I mean, last year he sucked as a coach. Hey, but he's got the studs now. And
get this team fired up.
I agree with you guys.
I
agree with you guys. I like Texas in this one also. Yeah, and I would lay the points with them also. So we'll run down your plays real quick, and then you guys can tell the people where they can find you. Ryan likes Texas, as we just said, -6.5. Ohio State minus 19.5. Joey, North Texas +6. Notre Dame -6. And see, it's a good thing I have to click on those so I got them right. Because, yeah, North Texas, Notre Dame, hey, I can mix those up very easily. All right, but hey, Joey, where can the people find you outside of outside of these shows? And
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter at betting underdog. You can find me in the Insiders Room Discord under the name Joey Tron. You can find me on insidersroom.com under the name Joey Tron, and even on Pick Advisor, Joey Tron. My first premium play is already out. It started about 10, 15 minutes ago. But my NL Wildcard Game of the Month kicks off at about roughly 8 p.m., 8:05 p.m. If you're looking for some action, get on it.
and also, Joey, I know a good friend of mine. I know you're doing some, or you've done some shows in the past with the Iceman.
Yeah, I'll be going on his show again on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. I'll be battling him on one of my plays that I disagree with him on, and if you're interested for a nice little friendly competition on a battle of wages, tune in 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time Saturday.
And you can find that where?
On YouTube. Just search Jesse Schull and Jesse Schull SCHULE on YouTube and you'll find it.
Yeah. Hey, don't take no shit from him. And right, Cape, mate, I know we got the NASCAR show coming up on Sunday with Joey, and but where else can the people find you?
Yep. Check out the NASCAR report every race day at noon. You can find me at RyCape on all social media. I as well am on the insidersroom.com under Tom Macrina. You can find me at that name under Winners and Wires as well. You could also find me at pickadvisor.com under RyCape Sports. My MLB best bet, I guess it's ending soon. That was my only play today, but I have a bunch of plays in it tomorrow. I have a bunch of stuff I like this weekend as well. So, yeah, come check it out.
All right. And, yeah, tomorrow, I think both these guys will be back. We got the NFL show tomorrow. Maybe we'll get AM plus money on there again. And we got the the NFL show tomorrow. NBA will be kicking off soon. NHL will be kicking off soon. I've got hopefully. I know I got a couple other handicappers from the site coming on to do the other shows. And just to let you guys know, next week, college football, NFL, I've got a special guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is right now, but I got a special guest live from Vegas coming on. Don't miss it. Mate, again, he or she was something else. Don't miss it. It'd be well worth tuning in for 15 minutes of fun. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, check these guys out. These guys know what they're doing. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Insidersroom.com. Let's get